Hello, hello, we are live. Welcome to Cooking with Chef Frank. My name is Frank Kramer. I'm your host and I'm the founder of Eat Like a Vegan Chef. Welcome to today's episode. We are going to cook something for Valentine's Day and we are going to cook a mushroom bean loaf over purple potatoes and marinara sauce. So, this is something uh, special for your Valentine. If you have been looking for something that you could cook for your sweetheart or your special Valentine, this is the dish. Um, it is fairly easy. There are a few steps you have to follow. I will post the recipe on my blog later on this afternoon, but I will try to give you all the recipe details here in this video. Welcome everyone. If you don't mind saying hello, so I know you're there. It's always nice to talk to an audience. Uh, Wonderful. Okay. So let me know in the comments who is cooking for their special Valentine's or who is expecting something for Valentine's Day. Let's say it this way. Give me a yes or no, or I am. Okay. Hi Brenda. Hi Sherry. Hi Cassandra. Um, good, good. Excellent. Hi Erica. Good, good. Okay. Okay. So some say yes, some say no. Some some talk about looking for something. Okay. Stephanie is cooking. Okay. She's expecting a dish. Okay. I want to surprise my husband with this dish. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Good, Sherry. Excellent. Okay, good. Good. I'm gonna get started because it's we have a few steps to do. I'm gonna change my camera and I'm going to show you. I'm going to start the dish. So basically, what this dish is consists about is a bean loaf made with uh, onions, garlic, celery, carrots, pinto beans, mushrooms, spinach, spices like cumin and paprika, smoked paprika, and you can add pepper flakes if you like for a little heat, and of course flax meal to bind the whole texture. Um, then of course purple potatoes, marinara sauce, which I made already, but in the recipe I will provide it. I will provide the recipe for you, and I'm going to make the purple mashed potatoes in a minute, and we also have turned carrots. Okay, cool. Let's get going. Okay, we're going to saute onions and garlic. Okay. As usual, we cook without water. I'm sorry, we cook without oil. Sorry about that. I was thinking of where's my water, and of course, so we saute the onions and garlic, and then we're going to add our carrots and celery. And for this dish, it's important to slightly caramelize the onions and especially the mushrooms. so we get a nice sweet flavor. So for almost all my dishes, I saute the onions and garlic. This is a way we have adapted from the classic French cuisine, and I think most people in the world cook like this. Okay, we want to make sure that our onions don't burn. We want to make sure we scrape them off the bottom. Add a little bit of water, not much. Okay, so now we can add our carrots and celery. You can actually saute the onions a little bit longer than that, but because of time, concerns, I'm going to add the carrots now already. And all the ingredients continue to caramelize. So whenever you see the pan turns a little bit brownish, the residue on the bottom of the pan, you want to deglaze it with a little bit of water. You see, this is the difference when you cook with water compared to oil. When you cook with oil, you hardly add any liquid to it. The oil literally cooks the vegetables in high temperature. Every time we add a little bit of water, it cools down the pan dramatically. So we don't want to add too much water. It will literally cool down the pan. But you can tell that the temperature is way, way less than the one with oil. With oil, yes, you stir, but you let it cook for maybe 5-10 minutes and you never add any liquid to it. So that means that the heat is going up and up and up. First of all, yes, you intensify the caramelization process, but you also expose the oil to very high temperatures. And usually fats become carcinogenic after, beyond 350 degrees. There are some exceptions like avocado oil or peanut oil. So in this case, we don't have any fats in here. So you can tell it turns a little brown here. So we want to make sure we clean this here with a little water. You want to make sure the bottom of the pan is always clean. Okay, so now it's time to add the mushrooms. And I have chopped the mushrooms for this. I have baby bella mushrooms for this recipe. And the same again, we start to caramelize the mushrooms. And I'll add a little bit of water every time the mixture gets too dry. You can certainly use vegetable broth, low sodium vegetable broth, organic preferably. I don't use broth because I'm making my own broth. By reducing the water over and over and over again, I create my own flavor profile. Okay, Sherry's asking if it is more difficult to caramelize onion in a stainless steel pan. Doesn't make a difference to me. I caramelize onions in any pan you give me, any pan, doesn't matter. See, certain pans distribute the heat better than others. Some Teflon pans get very, very hot, um, and therefore your onion's going to burn much faster, so you have to watch out. In this pan, the heat is distributed very evenly, so it's harder. They will burn, obviously, but it's a nice cooking. So I'm going to prepare myself already for my bean loaf to be baked. The oven is on at 350 degrees, even though we have nothing ready yet, but I want to be prepared. So now we're going to add our beans. 1 can of beans, 15 ounce pinto beans, organic, preferably low sodium. A little bit of oil here. Okay. So now it's the time to add spices. Half a teaspoon of smoked paprika and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. I smell the smoked paprika, it's just incredible flavor. You can certainly add more smoked paprika and more cumin to it if that's what you like. I just want to get a little bit of a hint into those vegetables. Oof. The cumin, the smoked paprika just smells incredible. If you cook with salt, you can add a little bit now. Certainly optional. Okay, I have my blender ready because half of the mixture I'm going to blend. It is easier for me to mold this mixture into a heart later. You can tell it's getting brown here. This is flavor. This is pure flavor. So you want to make sure that doesn't burn, but don't deglaze it too early. This is pure flavor. So you want to make sure that the brown residue goes right into the bean mixture. See, now the pan is almost clean. So I may have to use oat flour just in case my flax meal is not enough to thicken the mixture. So I'm going to make my own oat flour in my NutriBullet. It's really not the right one. It's better to do it in a food processor. But, Just gonna do this here quickly. Okay, works just as fine. That's my oat flour right here, just in case I need it. I tried to do it without, but you never know. Towards the end, we want to make sure that this bean mixture is as dry as possible, but it's also tricky when you put it into the blender, because you need to have some liquid in there. Okay, we're almost there. Going to add my spinach now, and a little bit of water. As you can see, this dish has all the three categories of my food groups that I need on a daily basis: green leafy vegetables, starchy vegetables, and non-starchy vegetables. Obviously, my purple potatoes are my starchy vegetables. Beans are starchy too, but these are my proteins, so to speak. That's okay. So what we're going to do now is you want to make sure that this mixture tastes the way you want it. So it's now the time you taste this mixture. And we're going to add some of this into our blender. If you do this at home, you want to make sure that you cool out the vegetables a little bit. Don't put them in here when it's too hot. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to move it over here. And I'm going to puree these vegetables. Okay. See, it looks a little greenish, but I'm going to add this back in here. And you can certainly puree everything of it. It's really up to you. But I'd like to do about half and then see how my mixture comes together. So I want to make sure that I cook out most of the liquid now, because now it's the time to mix it with my flax meal to make it almost like a bean ball, so to speak. You want to be able to form almost like a meatball or bean ball. Very important. Yeah, you can certainly puree it a little bit further. Taste it now. A little a little spice would be good. Okay, so now I'm going to add this to my bowl. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flax meal, and I most likely need more than that. We can add a tablespoon of the oat flour to it. Because the oat flour will absorb quite a lot of liquid. That's why it's so important when you saute the mixture that you leave as little liquid as possible in here. The more liquid you have in here, the more flax meal and oatmeal you need in order to thicken the mixture. That's looking good. One more flax meal, and that should do it. Because flax meal is healthy, it's okay to have more of this here. Okay, that's it. You want to make sure that the surface is maybe a little greased. We use our this here so you can see me what I do. I have moistened the heart-shaped form so that my mixture doesn't stick in there too much. Now I'm gonna fill this in. And you want to fill it up all the way to the edge of your heart. It just becomes a much nicer surface. And you use your knife, a big knife, and you just, can you see that? Making sure you have enough in here. It's better if you would use a palette, not a knife. Okay. So now we want to lift this up. See? How it looks. Can you see? Now we're going to make another one. with the back of the knife, you just go scrape it. Important is that the surface is really nice and smooth. Move all the crumbs here away. Lift up. That's it. Now this goes into the oven for 15-20 minutes. And in the meanwhile, see what happened? You want to make sure that you press the food really into the form so that everything fills out properly. Oops, sorry. Oh, you see it. You see here, there's a little few spots here. You want to make sure that you have to press the food into the form so that we don't have any cavities here. Okay. So now we're going to make the truffle potatoes. And I have already cooked the truffle potato earlier on. You can actually steam the truffle potato, or you can roast the potato. I'm gonna see if you can see this. This is it's called a purple stoke. Cut it here, peel it. You see this beautiful, beautiful purple color. The purple color represents antioxidants. So this is not only a cool looking dish, but also very healthy. Okay, you want to do this when the potato is not as hot anymore. Okay. There are still a few spots we want to remove here, like these here. They are woody pieces. You don't want them in here. You feel them when you put your finger on it. You feel this. You want to make sure you remove those. Here's another one. Here's another one. Because you don't want them in your mashed potatoes. That would be unpleasant. Cut off the end here. Here's one. Okay. Oops. So with a potato masher, just mash these purple potatoes. And I don't put anything to it. No salt, no milk, plant-based milk, nothing. as is, because they taste so fantastic that you don't need any other flavor. Obviously, if you prefer salt or anything else, feel free to do that. But the color will change. So if you mash it too much, the color will become gray. If you overcook it, the color will become gray. So the more you do to it, the more you destroy the antioxidants in here, which is the beautiful color. Okay. So now we're going to assemble the dish in a minute. Look at that. We got quite a few more people in. Welcome everyone. Welcome Shonette. Welcome Jody. Welcome Rebecca. Welcome Lynn. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to take out my heart-shaped bean loaves a little bit earlier. They really should be staying a little bit longer in there. But for the purpose of showing you how to present this dish, I'm going to do this now. Okay. First, we're going to do the heart-shaped potatoes. So you want to make sure the heart is clean again, which I just used with the bean loaf. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it right in the center of your plate. Okay. Then we'll use a spoon and add our purple potatoes. Remember, you have to fill out the entire heart, and we're only going to do it up to half maximum. Okay, which represents about 3/4 of an inch, I would say. You can do it half an inch, okay. But make sure that everything is completely filled out. Okay, because everything shows later on, all these little imperfections. Okay, that's it. You're going to lift it up. Careful. Okay, this is your little heart. I'm going to take the bean loaf out a little bit premature, but that's fine. I can later deconstruct it again. And what is my most beautiful heart here? Maybe this. Okay, so now I'm going to add this right on top of here. So if I wanted to, I can use a little knife and some purple potatoes and fill out the little cavages here, so it looks really nice. It's almost like a cake. Okay. But again, if you do it, if you make sure that your heart is properly filled out, then you don't even have to do this. Okay. Okay, good. So now we're going to add our marinara sauce, which I cooked earlier on. I want to settle a little bit. And now you can decorate it with herbs like parsley, or you can add make little strips from leek, which looks really, really cool. You can use the leaf of a celery. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an idea what you can do. Okay, in this case, we're going to add a little bit of grated carrots, add some nice color to it. Then you can add celery leaf, or okay. And of course, we have our carrots, which I have cooked earlier on. One here, and one here. And this is for him. This is for her. Guess what this is for? You gotta share it together, okay? This is Valentine's Day. Don't forget about this, okay? Good. Okay, that's it. That's my little Valentine's heart. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Let me change the camera so you can see it from a different view. Okay, so that's light is not really that nice, but that's your little heart. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. It's really not that difficult. It may look daunting, but it's really not. Jody, that's funny. That's nice. Can you send this directly to my house right now? That's so cool. Okay, done. Good. Let me see if we have any questions here. I have found product tips at Myers, Walmart, Supercenter. Yeah. But the ones I used was I kept the label. These are the most famous one. Frida Stokes organic purple sweet potatoes. Really cool. Tastes incredible. They are grown in the States here, and incredible color. Incredible color. Yeah, and I have to tell you, I didn't find it everywhere. I looked at I looked at Stop and Shop. I looked at other supermarkets. Sometimes you have to, search until you find them. Yes, absolutely. Whole Foods definitely have it. Yeah, absolutely. Good, great, excellent. Okay, um, I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, I do. I do have the recipe, Joey. I'm going to post it on my blog in a few minutes. Okay, so I can also. It's hard to email because I try. I try if I can email it. Okay. Um, Good. If you enjoyed this, if you're on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up and follow my channel. This helps me grow my channel. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll wish all of you a happy Valentine's Day. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you throughout the week. Again, for any other information, you can log on to eatlikebeingchef.com. We still have our case study going on. We actually, I'm going to close it this week. So if you want to participate, today or tomorrow is the last day to schedule your call with me. I mean, you can schedule it so that you'll be in, but after that, I'm going to close it. Good. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day and happy Valentine's Day. Lisa, Lisa, um, just go to my website. Let me go. I'm going to give you the link so you can go right there. And so, I'm gonna write the link in the comments here for the case study. Okay. Okay, Andrea. I will check when your next appointment is. If I don't see it, I will email you. Okay. Good. Um, so I just put in the link for the to schedule your call with me because I would like to talk to everyone who's entering the case study. I just don't want you to enter. I don't want people to enter this case study who I'm not have approved. So it's just I want like-minded people in there. I hope you understand because this is very important to me that this group is success in its entirety. Everyone in this group will be successful. That's why I am making sure that we have like-minded people in there. Okay, great. Excellent. Have a good day, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you throughout the week.